What's up, dude?
Oh,
Looks like you're trying to get control of your golf game.
yes. Metro Detroit golfers, thanks for joining us this Tuesday Tip. I'm Chad.
And I'm Ben.
I'm glad you just walked in, man, because I was doing some serious work. All right, this Tuesday, here is the best gift that we could possibly give you. We want to help you get more control of your game. Ben, how are we going to help people do this? I was making my list. What are your thoughts?
You're going to gain control by focusing on the things you can control when you play golf versus can't. So there's a lot of times when we play golf, we're focusing on the wrong stuff. We're focusing on all the things that are out of our control. So we're going to make a list today on the things you can control versus can't control.
This is an activity we do with a lot of our players, and it's remarkable how much it actually helps. So a lot of the time, anytime Ben or I are at golf courses around Metro Detroit and we sit around and listen to folks talk, mostly they're talking about things that are out of their control. Would it be quick? Should we do like a things not under my control list? And we can do it really, really quick. So what is the number one thing that is not under your control?
Score.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. You can't control that?
If I could, I'd have a green jacket, a US Open trophy, a claret jug. I'd have all these cool things. But the fact of the matter is I can't control that. So if I could, I would birdie every hole. Actually, I would birdie 14 holes and I'd eagle all the par fives.
That wouldn't be
So
bad.
I'd shoot about a 50.
I would have 6 green jackets. I'd live in Jupiter next to Tiger, and Justin Thomas and me would be boys.
Sweet.
Yeah. So the score is one thing that you definitely can't control. And then a lot of the times when we ask people what their goals are, they'll talk about a score.
Yep.
Right? What else? What can we not? We do not have control over.
You do not have control over the conditions of the golf course.
Okay. Course conditions. So when we hear people upset about the green speeds, too fast, too slow, fire the superintendent. No.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it. It's an outdoor game. Conditions change. What else?
Whether or not the cart girl likes you. Totally out of your control.
So it's cool. So to the tune of cart girl, could we say in general it could be other people?
Can't control other people out on the golf course.
So the guys are playing too slow. They're playing too fast. The person talked in my backswing. The cart girl doesn't like me, or whatever.
Yeah, I'd put that one on the board too. Chad, is we had talked a lot about pace of play. I know that's the one thing that drives everybody crazy. But guess what? The more you bitch about it out there, the less it's helping. You're actually hurting yourself the more you're complaining. So the one thing that we would actually recommend to players that have a hard time playing when the pace of play gets slow, keep putting yourself in that situation. You'll get better at it.
Yes. Okay, so score, course conditions, other people, what else?
Pace of play.
Pace of play. Can't do anything about it. What else? Outcomes in general. The ball lipped in. The ball lipped out. Some days it hits the tree and goes back in the fairway. Other days it kicks out of bounds.
Yeah, we get plenty of bad breaks throughout the round. Yeah. We also get some good breaks too.
That's right. So luck is a part of it. It's an outdoor game, and the course is always changing. It's the wild, wild west out there. The outcomes are something that you cannot control. So if you're trying to control the uncontrollable, we call that the pathway to frustration. That is the only place that leads.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say
weather.
Outcomes. Oh yeah. Be prepared for that because it'll change, right?
Yes.
So basically, when we hear folks talk about their golf, to some degree, well, wait, what about the technique during the swing? Do you have 100% control over your technique during the swing?
Maybe not necessarily the technique. I do my thoughts, but not the overall technique.
So thinking you do.
Yeah. Yep.
But then we could say technique in this case. It's like, well, man, if I could control it, I'd never miss a golf shot. Back to the outcomes, yes?
Yeah, and a lot of times too with technique, a lot of you, what you think you're doing with your technique versus what you actually are doing are radically different. So ultimately, yeah, you don't always have control of that.
Yes. Okay, cool. Short list, yes?
Yeah, we could go on and on with this, but develop your own list at home. Or actually, what would be cool is if all of you would actually add in the comment section maybe some other things that are not under your control when you're out on the golf course.
Yes. Okay, so since we acknowledge that we can't control these things, we do have to shift our attention to things that we can do to get control of your golf game. That is the name of the game here. What action can you take that's going to help? So here, when you walked up on me, man, I was
it's focused.
We have our attitude, our effort, our practice, our thinking. What else could you control?
Let's see. Alcohol consumption.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line. So how much do I drink? Now, if I go too far.
Yeah, there's that tipping point, right?
So plus or minus.
One of the other things I would add on there is my commitment level. So a lot of times we talk about the importance of committing to one thing throughout your motion. That is something that's totally under my control that can help me play better golf.
Yes. Last week we talked about how to un-F yourself. One part of that was really just the self-talk, the narrative.
Yeah.
So the only person in the world who has control over that is you. So getting control of the story you're telling yourself. What's my story? Yeah. What else?
How you react to your golf shot.
Ooh.
Believe it or not, it is under your control.
So we want to turn a reaction into a response, yes?
Yeah, post-shot response.
Post-shot response.
You got it.
Okay, anything else?
Once again, we would encourage all of you to continue to add in the comment section of this one. There's tons of stuff that's under your control when you play golf. I shouldn't say it all the time, but a lot of times when I play golf, I like to control who I play with. Mm-hmm. I don't like going out and playing with people that are a pain in my ass. It's not really fun. So for me, if you're one of those guys that's freaking out when you play golf, you're throwing clubs, you're probably not going to get the call. So I like to control who I play with.
Yeah, so who you play with, the equipment, who you listen to about help with your golf game. So you can control your coach, your equipment, who you play with, where you play. So we can go on and on. And like Ben had said, make your own list. This is important that you understand things that you can do and then look to your past. When I was doing X, I was playing good.
Yep.
Well, what happened if you started doing X again? So really, again, an understanding of what drives your performance engine and then understand what will get in the way of that good performance. So all the stuff that's out of your control is ultimately getting in your way. And then it creates that narrative or drama, chaos, if you will. Anything else you want to add before we call it a day?
No, I can't believe how big of a difference this has made with my own golf game through the years. I mean, I was definitely one of those players that I constantly focused on score. And the more I focused on it, the more pressure I felt. The more pressure I feel, the more nervous I get. The more nervous I get, the more tension that's created. It's a recipe for disaster. So as soon as I was able to take my attention off of these things, the freer I was able to swing the golf club, the lower the scores got. But I did not focus on the score to get there.
Yeah, amen. So John Wooden, talking about score, one of the best coach of the century, ESPN coach of the century, said the surest way to get the outcome you're looking for is to learn to let it go and then go to work. Yep. So control that controllables. It's not a new idea. It's just something that we practice here and help our players at Golf Leadership Academy to understand. So we hope this helps you this Tuesday. Leave us some comments. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down if you don't like it. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for joining us.